Hi, this is Mrs. Wall. I miss you guys. Today I thought I would just give you some tips on success for school or success for school at home. I know you're probably all getting settled into a routine and, just adjusting to things, hopefully. But packets are coming home within the next week, probably within the next few days. And just wanted to give you some things that might help make this more successful. So first thing you might want to consider is the environment. So your home is not usually school. So looking at the environment of where you're going to do school, maybe thinking about that workspace and maybe creating like a little workspace for your student, your child at home. Maybe put their name on the kitchen counter or on some surface where they can always think of as their school setting. Put their name there. They're used to seeing their name on their desk. Maybe a little cup with pencils, scissors, markers, like any materials they might need to use. You could take like an empty cereal box or an Amazon box and a narrow one and maybe cut off the top and make that be their mailbox. Maybe they have two mailboxes, one for their packet that they're getting that is like work to be done, and then maybe another one for work that's completed so they can see all the work getting done and just feel like they're being productive. Maybe some students might need a letter strip out to like remind them how to make letters. Some of you all be sending things like that home. The other thing to help with success would be predictability. So we all like to know what's coming up. We all like to have a schedule. I created a couple little schedules. Some are very basic schedules, like a first then. So maybe you have just a shorter attention or a shorter timeline, and you want them to know what it looks like, and you're going to do maybe a math activity, and then you're going to play a board game, and maybe that's your school for the morning. Maybe you have a different first then activity for like first two things, and then maybe you introduce another one and kind of break up their schedule that way. Or maybe you want to list them out and have like activities they're going to do either for a shorter duration, and they can see that, oh, if I do these three things, then I'm going to be done and I'm going to have some time that I can choose what I want to do. Or maybe you have a student that can handle more than that and you want to list out like maybe their whole day, including like making lunch and maybe doing some chores around home or things like that. And maybe you want to attach a time limit or a time amount, like a time expectation, like we're going to do the first one for 20 minutes, and then we're going to have this one for 20, and then we're going to do something fun for 30 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever. You can just decide. And it just helps with that predictability. They like to know when they're going to be done with the activity. They like to know kind of how long it's going to last. They like to know what's coming up next. In school, we have their schedule all laid out, and students and teachers look at that schedule all day long. If there's a change in routine, we talk about it first thing and say, hey, guess what? We're going to do something different today. It just helps with students with their regulation, helps them know, it just helps them be more engaged. One more thing for success is a program I've used for a long time. I like to incorporate into classrooms, and it's called Brain Gym. Brain Gym has been around for a long time. It's on every continent. It's just used all over the place because it has some really good things that just help our brains work better. The first Brain Gym activity I'm going to teach you is going to be short and sweet, but something maybe you could incorporate every day. It could even be multiple times during the day. Maybe every time you do this activity, it's whenever you go from one room to another. And it's called cross-lateral march. So really, you're just taking your hand, like your right hand, and you're going to touch your left knee. And then you're going to do vice versa. And you're just going to do it slow, and you're going to keep going. You're just going to go opposite hand to opposite knee. Now, this is going to be harder for some kids. Maybe they need to start by doing it in sitting. Sitting is easier than doing it in standing. Sometimes I use stickers or pieces of tape, and I would put the sticker on one hand and put another sticker on the opposite knee. So then they put their stickers together, and then no stickers. Stickers, no stickers. Stickers, No stickers. You get it. So they're just doing opposites. So maybe they take a break between some of your scheduled activities and they do some cross-lateral march. Maybe if it's a nice day, they even take a little walk around the whole house, outside or inside, and do cross-lateral march all the way around the house, just to get their brains going. The last thing we're going to do today is called a hookup. It is another brain activity. And I like to think of it as like a hug for your brain. So you take your hands and you lace your fingers together and you pull them up, and then you cross your legs and you kind of like, it's like giving your whole body a hug. So it just connects all kinds of things within your brain. When I do this with kids at school, I see that they might be tense, maybe they're upset, maybe they're just looking stressed. And once they start, maybe they're looking kind of tense like this, and as they relax, I see their shoulders drop down and maybe a big sigh comes out of them. And then I know they're ready to move on. It might take 30 to 60 seconds, maybe a little bit longer for that to happen. So you want them just to kind of hang out in this little brain hug until they look like they're ready to move on. So I hope you have a great day. I hope you're doing well at home, and I miss you. Take care.